rubbers is a major part of our frittata this evening. We're going to use a bunch of our favorite cruciferous vegetables, broccoli and cauliflower. And of course we're going to prepare them in where else? The air fryer. My favorite tool at this point. Always, so I just chop them up. Little oil. Give them a little bounce. Oh, there's water in there. Bounce. That's good. We need water. I mean, just the water, the moisture from the rinsing of the vegetables is all you need. You don't want to put water in here. You don't need it because there's plenty of moisture in these guys. Okay. A little more oil. Okay. This is really dumb simple, which is why I suggest we use it, and it's why it's in my kitchen. Nothing to do with dumb, but simple. 10 minutes on 380. Flip it once, midway. So 5 minutes, flip it, 5 minutes. Put it back in and let it sit off for 10 minutes. Just leave it alone. And what happens is the moisture that collects in the bottom tray will steam your cruciferous vegetables, and they will be incredible when you pull them out. I mean, just fork tender, perfect al dente, okay? No mush, no like carrot stalk tough. Fantastic innovation. I figured this out about a month ago, and I've been dying to share it with my grubber friends. So that's where we're headed, into the fryer. Again, about 380, 360, not critical there, just not 400, because you don't want to burn them. And you're gonna give it 5 minutes. We're gonna give it a shake. We're gonna put it in for another 5. We're gonna give it a shake, and then we're gonna put it back in the drawer and leave it alone. Set your timer, 10 minutes, come back. Pull it out, and then we're gonna be ready to actually employ it in tonight's frittata, which is gonna be a beautiful thing. So we're gonna get this going, and I'll show you midway how we're doing. Are you ready? Here we go. So we're gonna slide this thing in, pop, put it on about 380, 5 minutes. Okay, now when it dings, don't forget to pull it out, shuffle, give it a little shot of oil, put her back in. Off we go. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, time to pull it out and give it a shake. Now just remember, this is very hot. Looking good. Okay. Now we're just gonna give it a little shot of my favorite oil here. Another shake. Got away from me there. Okay, we're going back in for 5. Once again, don't touch the temp. Give another 5. Now keep in mind that depending on the size of the cruciferous that you chop up, small versus medium versus jumbo, you're going to have to adjust your time. Obviously, if they're smaller, less time. Bigger, more time. Get the concept there? Kind of goes like linearly. Okay, thank you. We'll be back. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes just sitting in the oven with the oven off. Here we go, and you can see how beautiful these are. You can see just by the movement that they're nicely cooked. Now the other thing you want to keep in mind is these are going in a frittata in an oven at about 375 for 20 to 25 minutes in the egg mixture, which we have to bake, obviously. So these are going to cook maybe a little bit more, not a lot, but a little bit. So you don't want them fully cooked, and that's why when you use this method, I call it the 10 and 10 method. They're perfect for a frittata. Okay, you're trained. Let's get on to phase 2. Well, it's frittata time, people, and unlike normally, I'm very organized. I have our ingredients here, which we'll run through very quickly. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, the crumbles are hiding the onions, so there's 6 ingredients. So that's okay. You know, 5, 6. We're not that tight about that one rule. We relaxed it quite often. Anyway, so we've got obviously, eggs. In fact, we have 6 eggs. We have a little bit of milk. It's about a quarter of a cup. I had it left over. You could use cream. Cream is preferred. It really does make a nice difference. We have our favorite seasoning, Goya. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of that in there. Of course, we have our cruciferous, nicely roasted in the air fryer. And again, we have our onion and sausage crumbles. So we're just going to pour our milk in. And this is not a requirement. You don't have to have milk or dairy. It does make it the frittata a little fluffier. So we're just gonna stir that up a little bit. You know, you don't want the eggs unbeaten. You know, just give it a little, whisking with the fork. If you have a whisk, that's fine. I don't have a whisk. Well, I don't have one in here. I actually do have a whisk. And we're gonna throw in our favorite seasoning. I'm gonna put in a tablespoon of Goya, roughly. That's pretty good, maybe a little more. You can't go wrong with the Goya, as I say. Okay, and don't let me forget the provolone cheese. That's the final piece on top. We're gonna give this a little more of a stir. You don't want to beat it to a froth, but you definitely want it mixed up. Okay, now we're going to take a break while I get my provolone. Oh yeah, one other cheese. You know me and cheese. Is it open? Apparently not. So we're going to put in some tonight, and this varies. You can use all kinds of cheeses. We're going to get mild cheddar and Monterey Jack. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. So right now, I'm going to take our crumbles and onion and do that. Okay? You see that? And we're just going to stir that wonderful egg, onion, and sausage crumble mixture in there. And we're going to take a break to regroup for just a second. Okay, the next step is to blend our cruciferous vegetables in with the egg and sausage and onion mixture. So I'm just gonna put them in there. You know, I'm just gonna put them in there, and it looks a bit overdone, and it is overdone. I used a bowl that's way too small, so frankly, I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna try to mix it up, but this was definitely a miscue. And you know, as you know, if you're part of the Gruber family, that there are occasionally miscues, but you also know that we always recover, almost always, not always, but we haven't had innumerable disasters, just occasional disasters. Now I could go get another bowl, a bigger bowl, which frankly I'm gonna do, because this is not working. Okay, I've returned with a bigger bowl. I mean, that bowl is ridiculous. I don't know what I was thinking. I grabbed it and it just wasn't right. So what I've done is simply blended in our cruciferous and egg, sausage and onion. I'm just gonna pour it in the pan, and the pan has been lightly oiled, of course. Now don't forget to pull all that egg out of there with your spatula, because you don't want to waste it. And it does tend to cling. It does not want to go in the oven. Now, this looks like a lot of vegetables, and it is, and that's okay. But the egg's gonna arrive as it bakes, and it's gonna rise up. And trust me, it's gonna be good. Mild cheddar and Monterey Jack. You could use provolone. You could use that, Fiesta cheese. You can use the Mexi cheese, though I think that's the Fiesta cheese. I think it's kind of in the same realm. Okay, and then something I do, it's just kind of fun at the end. I like to put provolone on. So I'm gonna put some provolone on top, okay? So we're gonna just give it 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, look at that. I just pulled, can you imagine I just pulled the 6 out? That's perfect. Okay, we're gonna give it a little salt. No, we don't want salt. There's plenty of salt in all this stuff. We're gonna put some pepper on though, okay? Little pepper. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So there you have it. And our oven has been preheated to 350, and we're gonna put it in for about 25 minutes, and I think it's gonna be really good. Okay, remember, that's 350, 350. So we're gonna slide this beautiful frittata in, medium, central, middle rack, whatever you call it. Again, 350. We're gonna give it about 25 minutes on bake, regular bake, and it's gonna be, I think, exceptional. People, I don't know where they come from. Anyway, welcome back, Rubbers. We're coming out of the oven here with the frittata momentarily. I think it's going to be exceptionally good. I mean, based on what was going into that thing, I know we had the miscue with the bowl and all that, but that doesn't matter. We fixed it, we recovered, and I think it's going to be really nice. So we'll be showing it to you shortly. Hopefully it's golden brown and bubbly, and then you let it rest for 10, 15 minutes. And the beautiful thing about a frittata, you can let it sit out for hours. Then you just take a little slice, throw it in the micro for 20, 30 seconds on 5, not 10. It's back, it's beautiful. So that's coming up, we'll see how we did. Okay, I heard a ding, which would suggest that we're ready. I don't know if you can see that. That is our frittata. It weighs about 6 pounds. Whoa! And for anybody who's worried that it looked kind of flat and watery, I told you that the eggs were going to rise up, and the eggs have arisen. Wow. But we're going to wait for, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes. Let it rest a little bit. It's super hot. Don't put your tongue in there. And we're going to taste it and see how we did. That looks mighty fine, but I would be really ill-advised to bite into that because it's super hot. But we're gonna let it rest a moment, and we will be trying it shortly. Well, sorry about the close-up. I know it's not good. Anyway, the test is in the taste, and we're gonna give it a shot. It smells really nice. Looks pretty good. Let's see how we did. Oh. You must be kidding. The beautiful thing is, I mean, come on, this is craziness. It's not only beautiful to look at, gotta remove my glasses, I can hardly see. It's not only beautiful to look at, it's good for you, it's good for your health, your happiness, it's good for your dear wife. Make this frittata. You can't go wrong. You can't screw it up. If it's undercooked, cook it a little longer. If it's overcooked, it's, I don't think you can overcook it. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more nibble here. Oh, And I wasn't hungry because I had a huge fish and chips lunch at the pier in Venice today. And I'm not eating tonight, but I'm telling you, this is unreal. It's unreal. What can I say? Get it going, do it. We'll be back. I got all kinds of stuff I'm working on in the garage. But thanks for joining, Grubbers. It's been delightful once again on this fine Tuesday afternoon. And we'll be back to it real soon.